living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your minds like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. While you chase the crooks and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Oh yeah, how you doing? Good to see everybody. Do I want to remove that layer? No, I don't know what the hell that was. Crazy, crazy. You should be using it now, but you're not. I don't know what you're not using. Good to see everyone. Man, do we have some fun for you tonight? I've been working on the chicken skins and cigarettes. It's I think I've got the song. I really do. I think I've got it down. I think it's gonna be good. I really do. It's so awesome. And I'll tell you what, I'll hit it tonight probably for the break. I'll take a little break in between just so I can catch my breath because man, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, your weighted heating pad? Man, that sounds cozy. Just saying, that sounds really good. My, oh my, oh my. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this screen share working like it's supposed to. And share screen. And yes, it will. I can get it up here. There we go. Oh yeah. Hey, Just Dawn. Shizzy, you're waiting. I love it. Love it. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. I will tell you. Let me see if I can adjust this right here to move where it needs to, so that way I can see a little bit of the chat as it comes rolling in. Man, you guys are just doing wonderful tonight. Oh, we have some fun deposition, and I will tell you the the you know what? I'll tell you what. If we get a total of $20 in super chats tonight, I'll play chicken skins and cigarettes. That's all it'll take. We'll do $20, and it could be in gifted memberships. It could be anything. Just we hit that, and we'll get that. And the super tips is on, as you can see. right there. That is also on. That works the same. It works the same. So yeah, it's pretty good. And as you can see, that shows up on all platforms, and I'm streaming to multiple ones tonight. But I think I have it in here. I'll have to double check and make sure I have that layer in. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have figured out how to get it, and I just need you guys to tell me if it works. Oh, look at that. Maybe not with the 5 gifted memberships. Ooh. And you guys let me know. Let me double check my audio here, make sure that my audio is playing through the correct one. Stream mix, that one. All right, here we go. Let's see if the super tips work. If the super tips work, we will then I'll know that it's working like it's supposed to. So here we go. Let's give it a try.
I'm so crazy. You just know I have the micro S of all micro P's.
I think that works. I think it works. I'll have to see if you guys, it works. Good. Yes. I love it. Love it. Well, I think let's see. Yeah, I think it's yeah, that should get the song. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Let's see. We're going to add a new layer, and it's going to be a source media share. No, not media share. Oh, that is not what I need to do. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Hurry. All right. Let me stop this one. And I think if I do this right, and I'll double check. I think I have to go to this scene. Let me just see. Add that there. And then I should be able to share the screen. We'll stop that screen share, and we will share this screen. This one here, and share that. And I will pull this over here because this takes a little bit of time. I was gonna set this up a little bit differently, and then I do this, and then I spotlight this, and now you should be able to hear. This is the new chicken skins and cigarettes. You guys tell me what you think. Let's do it. Here we go.
No camera on, just a breathing mic. Static wheeze in the midnight fry. Ellie be home, grease in the air. She hits the stream alone, nobody there. She's running to the chair like it owes her money. Skin on skin, only baloney, sweaty tooth chins. Harmonizing with she in hair stands like a leak do with choking on nails. Grease ghost cream to the carpet bow. Every breath smells like sport denial. Keyboard shining, keys one fat from raised top of lies and any through gaps. Paper play rolls of the poetry crimes. Came folded up like a greasy shrine. She smacks her lips, talks through teeth. Tooth ground slow beneath the grease.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Greasy jaw and no regret.
Crunch out enough to stab a dog.
Smoke thick like a brain they fall.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Even the cricket left in distress. Ashtray overflowing looks like a swamp. Filters crushed like boundary stomps. She flicks one brown, likes another wrist about. In the mix she's never met.
Oh brother.
Grease slides wrist to the elbow bend. Shirt stretched in, wipes hands again. Burps mid-sentence, keeps on going. Hate gets louder the less she's known.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Greasy joy and
No rebate.
a dog bows down our hall. Smoke so think the dogs just stall.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Cricket packed up, said screw this, and left.
Watch his breath while climbing stage. Grease is popping out of frame. Yeah, they all lies. Static laugh, she hacks and stays. Grease is stand step beside the mic. Evidence over beers and nights. She all just swallows, clears a throat. Them flies off a bullshit quote. Claims receipt shows none, just sound. Confidence loud, facts drown. She chews, harder is a bullet. She slurps and sucks down the gullet.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Grease and joy.
No regret.
When you hack my clips, audio red. Smoke so dense it kills the bread.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Even the silence sounds upset. Oxygen then weaves between each word. All glums like it's filing a grievance heard. Axe cough slow on bleeds with hands. She wipes them off on her head. Lips smack, cough, swallow, lie. Same sentence, different fry. Room smells like burnt fat or spite. She hacking, coughing through the night.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Grease and joy.
No regret.
I touch it like bone, getting a trash compactor.
Grease so addicted, need your lecture. Chicken skins and cigarettes.
She laughing no. Yeah, can't help this play. Chicken skins and cigarettes. Crazy joy and no regret. When you're blown like a dog don't fail. Both so big the balls are more. Chicken skins and cigarettes. Even that's whole get tech to stress. Smoke hangs low where the ceiling cries. Grease still warm, truth still lies. Heartbeat thoughts with the detector. Red lights bling like a bad brain.
Shut up, won't let go.
She tag,
Secret she don't know.
that's drag, bars.
Don't forget.
Skill chewing through the grease and mess.
Chicken skins and cigarettes. No regret. No regrets.
Nope.
I love it. I love it. I was trying to pause it before it got to the next song. Doggone it. Next week, Publix ain't got no milk or bread. Oh, that's a possibility. That is always a possibility. I hope that's not the case. I really do. I really do hope that's not the case. That would really suck if there was no milk next week. No milk, no bread, no eggs. I've got, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. I love it. It is such a fun little tune. I was having a good time doing it. Let's see. We'll go ahead and remove that from the screen and stop that one. And then we'll go back to this one here. Well, let me do this real quick. I can set this up and it's going to be this one. Yeah. And then we're going to share the screen there, which is going to be this one right here. There we go. That's beautiful. And I might play it again later. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see if it actually is going to work. There we go. All right. I love it. Hello, hello, hello. Oh yeah. Rock like no other. Best one yet. Love it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Beth Diamond. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing these. Okay, you're gonna go break out the heating pad. I can't tolerate it anymore. Oh, well, you shouldn't have got up and wiggled so much, doggone it. That's what happens. It's a crazy day. It is a crazy day. That's still open. Let me close that right there. All right, let's get back to the deposition. In case you guys are wondering, this is the part one of the deposition that Bruce Manskin gave to that's fun. That Bruce Manskin gave to Jeremy. Gave this deposition. Jeremy's deposition was taken by Ducey here, and it's really gives it quite a bit of information on this. So where we left off was they took a recess, and so whenever they come back after the recess, Ducey asked Mr. Hales, "I want to direct your attention to Exhibit 72." And 72 was marked for identification. This one is big. Oh, it's so big. Okay, now this one is big. I've got to shrink it a little bit. Maybe it's 9 pages, right? Correct. I can only get one even half on the page. You've got it so big. Just when you refer to it, just tell me where you want me to be. I have it up. Just yeah, I'm finding it at the top of the 5th page, page 5 of the PDF, where it says the second incident. Correct. Okay, we're here. We've got it. Yep, if Mr. Hales could read that one paragraph to himself or out loud as he chooses. Witness, would it be Jeremy? Okay, I'm done reading. Is there anything in there that you disagree with factually? Yes. And what would that be? It says no evidence of a violation was discovered. Where is that? Line 2 and 3 in that paragraph. No evidence of a violation was discovered. Ohio found them guilty. Got you. What about the rest of the factual information? Objection to form. You can answer. So do you disagree with any of the other factual information in that paragraph? I agree with the allegation as unfounded. Ohio found them guilty. Okay, nothing else? Nothing that sticks out to me currently. When you drove by Mr. Cook on the road, did he see you coming? Yes. So he was facing where your truck was coming from the other direction? He heard me, saw me. Both Cook and Preston heard and saw. We even slowed down to give the opportunity for them to get on their own property because John Cook was in the middle of the road, which he could not be on the road within 500 feet of myself or George based on the Ohio Civil Protection Orders. Are you? So let me understand. You're saying that before your truck reached the point at the road where Mr. Cook was on the side, you had slowed down and he knew you were coming? Yes. So can you describe that? Because we've seen videos of this, but they begin at a certain point in time. So why don't you tell us what occurred prior to the beginning of the videos that we're familiar with? I literally just did. They can hear the truck. They can see the truck. We slowed down to give an opportunity for John to get onto his own property because if he's on his own property, he only has to be within 10 feet of me and George. But he refused to actually go onto his own property. And how long did this, interaction last? I did not time it. Would you say it was at least 30 seconds or more? I did not time it. I understand that going by memory. Was it 30 seconds or more? I understand that. Again, I did not time it. Now, why did you not proceed at the normal rate of speed past Mr. Cook and continue on your way? Because I'm polite and I gave him an opportunity to actually comply with the civil protection order. And him, according to you, having refused to do so, why did you then just not drive past and continue on your way? Let's back up. Not according to me, according to a court, he refused to. He was found guilty of breaking the civil protection order. Can we agree on that? So unless I'm not done yet. So let's use the phrasing appropriately because he was found guilty. Guilty by the courts. So my life doesn't change based on the CPOs. Their lives change based on the CPOs. They're the ones that broke the law. They're the ones that have the consequences of breaking the laws. Even as such, my life doesn't change. I've still been polite enough to give them an opportunity to actually adhere to the CPO, yet they did not have. And I have to film every single time I drive by that property for my own protection. An individual who posted, and you are well aware of, he's going to shoot me in the face and feed me to the gators. So prior to initially, you had to slow down. You're telling us here that they knew you were coming and chose not to remove themselves from the road, correct? Lynette was not in the road. Lynette was screaming at the side of John, and John was in the road and refused to remove himself from the road. And at that point, you determined that you would need to proceed with him remaining in the road, correct? Yes, that's direction to where we were going. I was going. And am I correct that you could have chosen to proceed at a normal rate of speed without slowing down or filming out the window, yelling 10 feet? Or No, you are, and you chose to. You are completely incorrect. I film every single time. I'm not done. I film every single time. Your clients have both threatened to shoot me. Your clients have said the most horrific, horrendous things about me. I film every time. I even think there's going to be an opportunity that they're around for accountability. They have continually broke the law. You know, they continually have broke the law. They have put my life in jeopardy. They've put George's life in jeopardy. They put other individuals' lives in jeopardy. They put fans in jeopardy. They put viewerships in jeopardy. They put individuals in Otter Creek in jeopardy. Every single time I have to film for my protection, my loved ones' protection, for the people that I care about, protection because they are unhealthy, unhinged, insane individuals who are threatening our lives on the daily basis. Don't you even try and start this stuff that I don't have to film when you would film every single time you drove by somebody who threatened your life, to end your life, to shoot you in the face, to feed you to gators. Don't you even try this stuff with me, you incompetent fool. Mr. Shockett, if you can't control your client, I'll have to end the deposition, make a motion, and ask you be assessed the cost of the deposition up to this point, and who knows going forward. Can you exercise as you set the grounds on some steps to control grounds? I move to strike what Mr. Matskin just said. So, Mr. Hales, you just said that your life is threatened every day. Strike that. Give me an example of Mr. Cook threatening your life. Have we provided him the evidence of Cook pointing the gun at me? Okay. We have already looked at Lynette saying she's going to pop a cap in my ass. Oh, wait, that's right. He also has the screenshot to Shara and others in the group, probably including him because he's the Grand Master. Bruce Manskin. Okay, so claiming not to control everybody, but he's the one literally telling them what to do. Hey, put your hand down. I'm not done answering the question, but I'm about to. Put your hand down. I'm not done answering the question. End of deposition, Mr. Shockett. So you already know that your clients have both threatened to shoot me. My life is in jeopardy every day to the point where I have to sell a piece of property that I love to get away from their insanity, that I love, that I crave to be on, to enjoy my life in peace and harmony, where I just wanted to hide from people, and yet I was stalked by your clients. I was extorted by your clients. I've been defamed by your clients. My life has been threatened by your clients every single day. I have to live in the back of my mind, are they going to try to shoot me today? Is today the day? Question. Where did Miss Preston threaten to put a cap in your ass? Oh my goodness, you already brought it up as evidence. You forgot already? Well, it doesn't refer to specifically, though, anyone, it says, right? Nuh-uh. You asked me who she was addressing, and my answer was me. And the threats against your life by Mr. Cook, inconsistent of what you described in the complaint, driving on your property with a gun, right? We've already addressed this, and there will be more complaints in with regard to it, as well as more evidence is coming. Okay. And then there's a more recent one you're referring to. Am I correct? A social media post or comment about shooting you in the face and feeding you to the alligators, correct? I have referred to that. Now, when did you first become aware of that? I don't recall the day. But was it recently, within the last couple of weeks? Am I right? I don't recall the day. It was no longer than a month ago, right? I don't recall the day. It certainly wasn't. I'm not asking for the day, Mr. Hills. I'm just trying to find out. This is the sort of recent developments, shooting in the face, feeding to the alligators threat. Is that a question? Because that sounded like a statement to me. Yes, well, let me ask you this. Did you only learn about that because of Shara Michelle posting it? No, I did not. So you learned about it in another way? Yes, I did. And what was that? How was that? That's attorney-client privilege. So did Shara Michelle share it with you prior to her posting it? No, she did not. So you were aware of this comment before it appeared on Shara Michelle's Facebook page? Yes, I was. And you had not disclosed it before, had you? There's a lot I haven't disclosed yet. So the specific comment on Facebook,
that Mr. Cook threatened to shoot you in the face and feed you to the alligators you had not mentioned publicly before. Am I right?
Let's be very clear and very precise, because this is a matter of law, which is clear and precise. You keep saying Facebook post. This is not a Facebook post. These are messages sent to, yes, individuals. Oh, you were probably one of them at some point. Oh, but at any rate, they were Facebook messages. Yes.
Right.
I was aware of them before Shara actually posted them.
Am I correct that the particular message originated in May of 2023?
I don't recall as I'm looking at it currently.
Would you doubt it if I made that representation so we can ask a question about it?
I doubt anything you represent.
So was there a reason why you had sort of kept that to yourself until it showed up on Shara Michelle's Facebook?
Again, client-attorney privilege.
So I haven't asked you to talk about a communication with your counsel. I'm trying to find out when you learned about the particular Facebook message by Mr. Cook that says, "Shoot you in the face, feed you to the alligators."
And I'm trying to share with you that I don't recall the exact date. And we're going to be precise in regards to the information and the evidence for the law. I don't know that.
Well, I don't need you to be precise. I need you to be as best as you can answer sitting here now.
And the best I can answer is I don't recall the exact date.
But I don't want the exact date. Do you recall the exact year?
I don't recall.
So you don't know whether it was in 23 or 2024?
I don't recall.
So if you only learned about it in the last month, you would be able to be confused about which year you learned it in, because we're so late in 2024, right?
Is that a question?
Strike that. When did you first learn about the existence of this message?
I won't be sharing that.
Who was the message sent to you by Mr. Cook?
I won't be sharing that either.
But this is a deposition. It is your lawsuit. This is evidence, and I'm entitled to the information.
Inappropriate timing to receive the information.
This is exactly the time for me to receive the information.
Let me share again. I won't be sharing that.
Okay. So just move on from this. I'm going to one more time very clearly ask, when and from whom did you learn the message that Mr. Cook had sent that says shooting you in the face and feeding you to the alligators?
Just so we're very clear, this is attorney-client privileges, privileged things that we have discussed. And I will not be discussing that. Attorney Shockett, don't waive attorney-client privilege. And if you have any rely on anything that I've told you or Daramis told you to answer the question, don't answer the question. But if you can answer the question without relying on it, then you should answer it. Okay?
So is it the case that you were appraised of this message by your counsel?
Are you that one you're not going to answer? That was pretty dumb. That was pretty objectionable if it's asked again. The witness, wow. Do not answer that question. Wow. That was a direct inquiry into the attorney-client privilege. Wow.
The existence, and I'm not asking you to disclose a communication advice or anything else. I'm asking you whether that you learned of this existence, that message from your counsel.
Attorney Shockett, do you understand you are asking him to reveal a conversation of what he allegedly learned from his counsel?
Ducey. That's the only way.
Attorney Shockett, don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. Next.
Okay, in that case, then
I will move for sanctions. If I hear anything else, I will move to terminate this deposition. If you ask one more question invading the attorney-client privilege, we're going to move under Rule 30, as I emailed you this morning to give you fair warning before the deposition started. I will refer to that email here on the record that if you ask him again one more time about an attorney-client privilege conversation, about what he learned from that conversation, we're going to move to terminate this deposition and take it right to the magistrate. As a matter of fact, we'll call the magistrate if you ask that again. Ooh, Randy laid it down. Jeremy Hells knew that the bowel movement would use any information that JH gives him against Jeremy Hells online. Bowel movement was unethically sitting on channels bad-mouthing him. Yes, he was. Hey, Squid, how you doing? Yeah, he was setting up Jeremy Hales up to get an attitude and lose his temper. That's what he was attempting to, Squid. I mean, it looked like that from every aspect of this whole deposition. Oh, we need some more music to keep us warm tonight. Ooh, you really needing some more music? You just want me to sing dirty to you? I can do both. But I've still got the helmet RE tired, which is retired and stricken. Oh, I've got a few of those. I'm gonna have to go through those and figure out which one I want to keep. And leg humpers. That one's another good one. But chicken skins and cigarettes, that's my best one. Thank you, maybe not, for the $5 super chat. And if I missed any of these, I'll come back to them whenever I get the opportunity. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't miss any. I see. Yep, it was. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. We didn't give you the shit show song. Let's do that now.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yes. Every single day. A new flavor of buggery. Cause everybody sucks to see anything done than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, ball, dash pop, cock balls, and fuggery. Living all over again. Most definitely. Thank you so much. Now, Ducey asks the next question here. When you wrote the complaint, when you filed the complaint, which was in March of 2024, and you referred to statements by Mr. Cook and Mr. Preston, some of which you quote, were you at that point in time aware of the existence of this message about shooting you in the face and feeding you to the alligators? I don't recall. When you were in court in Ohio for a motion for contempt regarding this incident that we've been discussing driving past Mr. Cook on the road, am I correct that you presented a motion for contempt in Ohio court based on that incident? From my recollection, I presented a motion of contempt based on multiple, not just... My question only pertains to this particular incident. So did you present a motion for contempt on the incident that we've been describing at the top of page 5 of this PDF? Please report. The one that they were found guilty on? Yes. Yes. And in that proceeding, did your video get played? To my recollection, I believe so. Did you offer it into evidence? Again, I'm not going over all that information, and there is so much and years and thousands upon thousands of video clips and screenshots. But to my recollection, we did play it because he was found guilty for telling me to suck his schlong for initiating communication. So we played it. Yes. And I believe it was entered into evidence. And then Lynette wanted her side entered into evidence as well, which we obviously didn't have any problem with because it just further shows the guilt that they were found guilty. Okay. So your testimony is that during that proceeding in Ohio, in which you were represented by counsel, am I right? Correct. Can you tell me the name of that counsel? Eli. Last name? Heller. K or H? H. Heller. Eli Heller. Out of where in Ohio, if you know? I don't know the address. Do you know the town? I believe they're out of Cuyunga Falls. Cuyunga Falls? I think that's right. But I'm not 100% for sure. I think they have a lot of offices in a lot of different towns or a lot of different cities. Okay. So what's the name of the firm? That I can't remember off the top of my head, either without looking at all of my legal emails. I don't have it. I don't have my cell phone. I don't have access to it. Okay.
And so your testimony is that during the proceeding on this contempt, that the video that you took with your cell phone was played into evidence. To my best recollection, again, I want to be very clear that I do not remember 100%. There has been so much in all of this, which, you know, you think about that. That's really screwed up that there's so much in all of this. What is this? Just Don never had an issue. I know you'll say hi when you can. You and Libby are so awesome in that. However, are those tacos good? I mean, there's been you know, I haven't seen the Ohio documents. Unlike some other people that are bragging about seeing the Ohio documents, I haven't seen them. You know, the flea out there saying, I've seen the Ohio documents. I'm telling you right now, what he's saying is all lies. You know, just like you watch people's streams. No, you don't watch people's streams. You rely on everybody else to do it. But here's the thing. She's got access to that crap. I don't have access to it. I'm sure if I reached out and said, hey, can I read over the Ohio documents? I'd be told no. Why? Because it's none of my business. You know, those are sealed documents for a reason. And this is what, you know, if Jeremy's telling him there are thousands upon thousands of videos that these, you know, these hearings are going on for quite some time, you made yourself really big. I don't know. Maybe. I might have. If there's that many, if there's that amount in these cases, that should show you that there is some crazy crap going on. You know, that there's something there that a lot of these anti-Hales haven't seen. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate you. You know, this is there's so much there that we haven't seen, that we don't know about. You know, this has been ongoing with Jeremy and George and his whole crew that's in Ohio for quite some time. It's not like it just happened yesterday. It's been going on. Imagine every single day you have to step out of your home, wondering if that's going to be the day that Lynette or John Crook decide that they're going to do something horrible. And that's what they're wanting, is intimidation until he does what they want him to do. Attorney Shocker, are you off his exhibit? And Ducey says, yes, off this exhibit. Question. Okay, so this is my first question about the signs, Mr. Hales. Other than Zim Paget, Teresa Granger, and Stephen Granger, are you aware of any individual or individuals that saw the signs where they were posted? I am unaware of how many people or how long the signs were posted, even that. Okay. Has anybody ever reported to you having seen the signs as they were posted before they were moved, other than those three individuals? Zim Paget, I don't know who Teresa is, who you're referring to, but Teresa and Brett Granger all shared with me that they found signs. So other than those three, though, you're not aware or have been informed that any other person saw them while they were posted? I have not been made aware. Has anyone ever said anything to your knowledge to suggest that they believe the information posted on those signs about you? Yes, it's posted all over the internet right now. Oh, look at that. You've actually sat on live streams with them talking about it on Two Leaves in a Bod. Oh, you of all people. Look at that. So now you're glad, and let the record reflect he just smiled again. So the whole time it seems like Bruce is getting enjoyment out of harassing Jeremy. That's what it looks like. And let the record reflect he just smiled again. All right. Your clients have posted defamatory signs. Don't you still speak over me? Yeah. Oh, wait, that's Jeremy. Sorry. All right. Your clients have posted defamatory signs. Don't you still speak over me? Your clients have posted defamatory signs, which they have spun out of control from other hate, posted all over Facebook, posted all over YouTube, posted everywhere in regards to stating that they believe this. So the answer is 100% yes. Ducey. So since the signs themselves came to light, is it your testimony that my clients have subsequently, separately from the signs, accused you of the things that the signs accuse you of? Can you ask a clear question? Well, the signs accuse you of certain things, right? All right, stop right there. You're making a statement. Ask a clear, concise question. The signs accuse you of a certain things, correct? The signs call me a child rapist. The sign states that I raped their daughter. Question. So my question is, other than the sign, are there any other instances of Mr. Cook or Miss Preston making same or similar such accusations against you? There are so many defamatory things said. Thousands upon thousands of texts, thousands upon thousands of screenshots, thousands upon thousands of video screen recorded. I would have to spend weeks going through everything to say, well, did they do it again? There's too much. Your clients have done so much horrific things that I would have to spend weeks. You'd have to give me this question and let me take weeks and weeks and weeks to pull everything out and go, here's what they did. Here's what they did. Here's what they did. Yeah, but that's called written discovery, which we've propounded and has been responded to. But my question, to be very clear, is not the thousands and thousands of things you're referring to, but is there any specific instance of Mr. Cook or Mr. Preston accusing you of the same or similar things that those signs accuse you of other than the signs themselves? Attorney Shockett says, I've got a FedEx coming here. It's okay. You can answer. He's going to walk in a second. So he's got FedEx showing up at his office. Hey, Mr. Cook, good to see you. Glad you could make it. And if I missed anybody because my head's turned that way, I do apologize. It's great to see all of you fine folks. Yes, it is. Indecipherable discussion off camera. Witness. Randy, I'm not done with that answer. So if when we unpause, I can finish that answer. Attorney Shockett says, okay, go ahead, sure. Are we unpaused? Attorney Shockett, yeah. Witness, there is plenty of evidence out there of your clients stating the exact same allegations, if not even other allegations along those lines to many, many other individuals who have been on that property with them. Ducey. So what? You'll have to specify, please. To whom could you clarify what you just said? Because you said you weren't aware before Mr. Shockett took a break, and now you come back and said that there are many. I'm not even sure what you said. Can you clarify? You asked me if I'm aware that they've said anything else about me with the signs. I told you there's so much information that I would have to take weeks to actually go through it all and go, well, here you go, and here you go. Then I shared with you that your clients have a pattern in their lives, that anyone that's in their lives, they don't get what they want. And all of a sudden they say the exact same gross, horrific things about those individuals. For example, let's talk about Lloyd Campbell. All of a sudden, Lloyd is the greatest person in the world, but she doesn't get his camper. Now she stated that Lloyd is grooming the child for these things. Let's see. We had Jessica Mumford on the property with her boyfriend, which they were great to have living in a shed illegally in Florida. And yet when they didn't get what they wanted from them, they went and publicly posted that they do these horrendous, horrific things. I can go on and on and on. What about Jamster, Jamie Starr Johnson? Now they didn't get what they wanted from Jamie. They post and say these horrific, horrible things. Your clients have a pattern of trying to destroy people's lives. Finished. Okay, Mr. Shackett.
No, I'm not. You have a pattern of jumping on board for fame and potential of money and trying to destroy people's lives as well. And it's sick. It is sick.
Finish, Mr. Shackett.
I'm not on deposition counsel. Please, next question.
I'm going to be seeking at least a portion of this transcript to be paid for by Mr. Hales when ready, and I'd
Move to strike.
like you to, I'd like to ask your client I'd like to control your client and ask him to answer the questions and not go on tirades.
Are you at the end of your question?
So you're not willing to instruct your client to answer questions without going on tirades?
Attorney Shockett. You're not deposing anyone but my client. Do you have another question? Otherwise, I will start answering. I'll start the cross. Doozy.
So my question is, let's be more specific and referring to, quote, what's stated on the sign. You've already testified the signs accuse you of being a child rapist and of raping their child, their daughter, correct?
Yes.
So you aware of Mr. Cook or Miss Preston subsequently to the discovery of those signs making any such statements similar or the same as that you're a child rapist or raped their daughter?
Are you referring to me, or are you referring to things such as Lynette stating about her own grandson Landon assaulting their daughter? So are you asking, like me personally, are you asking him, by the way, just so as you're calling these tirades, I'm speaking as loud as possible because Alyssa asked me to speak as loud as possible. And you've done some very horrific things. Your clients have done some very horrific things. And I have destroyed portions of my life. So the volume level is for Alyssa, not for you. So clarify. Are you asking in regards to your stating such as Landon, her own grandson, assaulting this child? Or are you stating that they say more after the signs about me raping their daughter?
After the signs were discovered, do you have information that Mr. Cook or Miss Preston accused you of being a child rapist or raping their daughter?
As I've stated multiple times already, I would have to spend weeks going through all the evidence, all the screenshots, all of the recordings, all of the videos, because there has been so much stretched out over so long of a time.
Okay, but sitting here right now, you're unable or unwilling to identify a particular instance of a statement accusing you of being a rapist or raping their daughter besides the sign.
Objection to form compound question.
So again, sitting here right now, can you identify even one statement by Mr. Cook and Miss Preston accusing you of being a child rapist or raping their daughter other than the signs?
I would have to work my way through. It'd take weeks to go through all the evidence to answer that question appropriately.
Is it because you've come across some such statements and you need to go back and dig to find them? Or is it because you just expect to find them, but you really don't know of one sitting here?
Can you ask a real question?
If you're going to go back and dig through the thousands and thousands of whatevers, is it because you've already come across statements that you hope to locate accusing you of being a rapist?
No, it's because there's so much information I would have to, as I've already stated multiple times, go through everything again, and it would take weeks.
But you don't recall having already come across something like that?
Again, I can't answer that question without going through everything that I already have, and it would take weeks for me to do that.
Well, if, for example, other than the signs, a month later or any time later, Miss Cook or Miss Preston had written a post or a comment or a private message that you came into possession of that accused you of being a rapist, you'd remember it, right?
Well, for example, I just remember one right now because you brought it up in the actual complaint where Lynette says, I'm not going to let Mr. Hales hurt me and my daughter anymore. I believe it was, I'm going to stand tall and not let Jeremy Hurls hurt me. Miss Preston posted on her own social media that John posted the signs, not me, to directly quote Preston. John Cook in Ohio court under oath stated, if Michelle put the signs up, what does that have to do with me? I can keep going and going, but there's so much it would take time for me to remember everything. You're out, Tammy? Somewhere in this demo, let there be an auto. You're out? The signs would be enough. Exactly. Good to see you, Tammy. Well, Oh, I hope he gets some rest. Whatever happened to ask and answered in a deposition? Well, and that's the thing is you know, they're letting Bruce try to get all these questions out and sort of show his bad behavior. That I could be wrong, but that's what it appears to me, Cynthia, is that's what they're wanting to do is, let him get his questions out. And the more time that he wastes, it's on him. See, he deposed Jeremy, which means that he's paying for this transcript, or he's supposed to be paying for this transcript. This is, if he wants the transcript, he has to pay for it. Of course, Shockett can come back and get the transcript, and pay a fee for it. Sometimes they can go in together. I don't know how it works in criminal or in Florida for that, but I think that, there's a way that the person transcribing it gets paid. Do you imagine having to just transcribe this trash on a regular basis? Some of the most horrendous things that you might hear. Ooh, would not be fun. July 2023, Lynette Preston posted on her social media that John posted the signs, not me. Now, that would be a direct, don't interrupt me, I'm not done answering the question. Now, that would be a direct statement towards the aspect of Jeremy Hales as a child rapist. Jeremy Hales raped my daughter. Do you understand? Can you comprehend that? Lynette is referring to it yet again. And you're asking, has there been anything else? In a complaint itself, it states in July 2023, Preston posted on social media, John posted the signs, not me. That's a direct quote towards the sign posting yet again. Are you aware of any private messages sent by Mr. Cook and Miss Preston to anyone in which they claimed you're a rapist and raped their daughter? Again, I would have to go through all the evidence, look at everything. Current recollection, I'm not remembering anything off the top of my head. Appreciate that. Now, is it correct? You understand that is the signs were discovered by Zim and Therese and Stephen Granger, right? I wouldn't use the word discovered. Anybody who saw them could have easily discovered them. I was made aware of them by Zim Paget, Therese Granger, and Brett Granger. Okay, and when they saw them, they stopped and removed them, right? Not initially. They made me aware of them, and then I asked them to remove them. When you say they, not initially, but they first made you aware of them, can you elaborate? Did they call you from the scene of the discovery of the signs? I don't recall if it was a phone call. Well, it was a text. Brett texted me. I don't recall if Zim texted me or called me, but I do recall the text from Brett. And is that at like 7 a.m., give or take a few minutes? That again, I don't recall. But do you recall whether the text was, hey, I found these signs, they're still in the ground, or was it after they had already removed them? Here's what I recall. I recall thinking how horrific, who horrendous for somebody to say something about another person. I recall thinking, oh my goodness, how many people drove past this? How many people saw this? And laughing in the aspect that you would even put in a court order, if maybe it was out there for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever you put, what a joke. It takes one person to see something so horrific, so horrible to destroy somebody's life. If no person saw it, it is so horrific to destroy someone's life. I don't care how long it was out there. It could have been out there all day Saturday and nobody told me, nobody saw it. It could have been out there all day Friday and nobody told me and nobody let me know. It could have been out there all Thursday, all Wednesday. The time means nothing. This is a busy highway. We've got Route 24, all tourism going to Cedar Key and back and forth. We've got Route 98, 19, one of the busiest highways in all of Florida with the most accidents as well, causing more accidents posting signs out there, no doubt. So I don't care how long they were out there. All I care is it was out there and it was horrific, horrendous thing to do to somebody. Horrible, horrible. So do you have any evidence or information that the signs were posted before midnight? As if that matters. The morning they were discovered. As if that matters. They were posted. They were put in the ground. People saw them. End of story. Do you have any information that they were posted the day before? You already have the answer to the question. You already asked. Please move on. So, is that a no? You don't have any information they were posted the day before they were found, right? I've already shared with you what my knowledge is of them. Okay. So you just testified this was a sort of busy location for cars to be driving by where the signs were found, right? Yes. And it's busy. Why? There are people typically on their way, is Cedar Key. It's busy because people drive on it. It's a road. Now, I understand, but where might somebody who doesn't really live around there but has gone down that road, where might they be? Typically going to, if you had to guess, Cedar Key, a tourist destination. So Cedar Key would be a major tourist destination. You've got Route 19, which is also Route 98, which is a major north to south route on the west coast of Florida on the Nature Coast. Major highway. Okay. So now, if you know that the signs, according to offense, which are the Grangers in Zim, were found by them, I believe, around 7:14 a.m. Sunday morning, right? I don't recall the time. So if we assume that there are some cars that drove by where the signs were posted, let's not assume, because we know what assuming does. It makes you look like a complete and total ass, and me as well. So let's not assume. Let's get down to actual facts. Okay. But we don't have any video showing cars driving by there, right? There's no traffic cam near there, right? Do we need a video? I mean, this is such a horrible thing to say about somebody and to post. We don't need a video. We know people are on the road. We know people saw it. We don't need a video. We don't need a picture of it. It doesn't even matter if nobody drove by. It's so horrible that your clients did this. Wait, so you're assuming that cars drove because you just said, we don't need video. We know that's an assumption, right? Because or you can't. No, you know what I mean? The way that you know that your clients wrote those signs, yeah, I know what you mean. So, for example, I mean, cars go by. I mean, it makes sense. It's a busy road. But to know now, that would be like having a video of the cars driving by, right? Well, I'm pretty confident cars drove by when Zim drove by. The Grangers drove by. Zim and the Grangers saw cars driving by. Bleh. Pretty confident to know, no, both no and no. No, and no. I thought I was listening to South Park, but it was Shizzy doing Deuce's voice. You like that? Thank you, Midas. Okay, so did Zim and the Grangers tell you that they saw cars driving by that saw the signs while they were there? Again, I don't recall. So let's give you the benefit of the doubt that a good number of cars drove by there while those signs were stuck in the ground. Can we work on that assumption in your favor, okay? Let's state that even if one car drove by, whether it was Zim, whether it was Therese, whether it was Brett, whether it was anybody, it's too many cars to read something so horrific. Right. So, well, you already admitted, I believe, in response to written discovery, that you can confirm, or we can look it up, that you're not claiming that Mr. Paget, Zim Paget, and the Grangers believe the statements on the signs correct. You're not claiming they believed any of it, right? I can't claim what another person believes. Has Zim Paget or either of the Grangers ever said anything to you to suggest that they have any doubt about the falsity of their signs? That communication hasn't happened with me, but when you want to talk about what people believe, I believe 100% you know that your clients did this, and yet at the same time, you're going to play this game in court. I believe 100% that you know they did this, and you're playing a game in PR and all of this, and all the what the hell's ecosystem you believe because you know they did it. I 100% believe that you know that 100% they did it. You know 100% they're guilty. I believe you 100% know they're guilty. I want to keep talking about you want to keep talking about what I believe.
Okay, so I'm going to give you all of that. I'm going to give you all of that. I'm just trying to get to the issue of publication. So I'm giving you all of what you just said. Good for you. Now, can we move on and answer my question about publication of the sign of the defamatory information? I'm going to move on. I'm going to ask you the next question. And it's about the issue of the publication of the defamatory sign. So how would you be able to determine if any given car that drove by, let's say you had the road at checkpoint 200 yards past the intersection, where the signs were so that somebody could wave down every car and say, "Hey, did you see those signs and what they said?" Now, how would you be able to determine if any car, any driver, any passenger in a car driving by read those signs? If there's any way for you to determine or prove that, yes or no?
First of all,
And if it's yes, you tell me how.
First of all, you're horrible at asking questions. You really need to work on this if you're going to be a professional lawyer. Number two, I'm going to use the Socratic method, which I assume you're aware of, so it comes from Socrates. You answer a question with a question. Now, in all reality, you're in charge of this deposition. This is your deposition, but I'm going to ask you the same question. How in the world can you confirm that nobody saw it? Oh, wait, that's right. You can't.
I guess.
You can't. That's the reality. You cannot confirm. I'm answering your question. I'm using the Socrates method, the Socratic method, to answer your question. How can you confirm that nobody saw it? How can you confirm that no damage was done to my reputation? How can you confirm who did? How many people? How can you? You can't. And you know you can't. Reporter, can you please slow down? You know people drove by. You know people saw it. You have evidence that at a bare minimum, 3 people saw it. And then I was made aware of it. And at the end of the day, the jury is going to make the conclusions, not you, not me.
Finished. All right. Do you understand that in your lawsuit that you had the burden to provide evidence to prove your claims, including damages?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, and do you understand that in this lawsuit, where you claim defamation in the form of these road signs, that one element of your claim is to prove that they were published causing damage to you? Do you understand that that's an enemy?
Yes, I also understand that the magistrate has also said that damages don't even need to be proved because the statements that were made of are so defamatory. They're so destructive to a person and their reputation. Ooh, slap. Sucking sound you hear is BBB's ass. Yeah, that's about right. It is. Hurrah! Hey, John, good to see you, John Loomis.
Okay, but we're talking about publications now.
Well, I'm answering your question based on what the magistrate has already said, who is ultimately going to be part of the actual decisions of who is guilty, who is not guilty, and the jury, who is guilty, who is not guilty. So you ask a question, whether you like my answer or not, you're going to get my answer. And the answer is the magistrate has already stated these things are so horrible, damage don't even need to be proved in the complaint. That's how horrific it is.
Well, you may be right, but if I may, I'm going to hypothetically assume that for the sake of my argument, for the sake of my question, that the magistrate hadn't examined the issue of publication, and that's the question that I have. So my question is there any way for you to demonstrate that any single or multiple individuals driving by saw those signs?
Yes, 3 individuals.
Other than saw the signs up? Other than those 3 individuals.
3 is too many, 2 is too many, 1 is too many. It's so horrific.
So you have no evidence that you can provide in this case that any other person drove by and saw those signs?
Shock it. Objection to form. That calls for a legal conclusion. We're back on that track again. Competence.
That was a fact question. Can you read the question, Alyssa?
They read it back.
Correct?
Same objection.
You can answer the question.
Attorney Shaw can answer the question subject to my objection. What's the question again?
Do you have any evidence you can produce in this case that nobody other than these three individuals drove by and saw the signs?
Sense.
Okay, thank you.
Which I believe the jury will hold and have to hold on to.
By the way, we'll go until 1 if that's okay, and then take 45 minutes. Alyssa, is that the above standard?
Reporter, I can have a shorter lunch too. That's fine.
Gentlemen, would that work for both of you?
So you know this is a federal court deposition. You have a time cutoff. You know that, right?
No, he doesn't. No.
Well,
I understand. I mean, do you want to have lunch or not?
you want to have lunch? Let's get it done. Okay. You don't want to have lunch? Well, we'll have lunch. We'll have lunch. But I do want to add that we will have traffic information coming for the court, for the federal court. So we will get that from the state to have traffic information on those roads. Ouch. That's a slap down right there. You're welcome to lurk away. Objection to stupidity. Well, you know, there's a lot of it coming out of Deuce. It's ridiculous. Hard to believe that he asked these kinds of questions in a deposition. BBB needs time to get placed. Maybe.
Question. So let me ask you about that. So if you have already taken steps to begin procuring such information,
Attorney Shaka, hold on. Wow. Again. Wow. Once again. Wow. Once again, do not reveal anything that you've learned from me about that. Wow. But if you can answer that without, that's work product and attorney-client privilege, move on.
well, do you know anything outside of our conversations?
Not outside of our conversations. Okay, then don't answer that question. Okay.
Are you aware of a source of traffic information that would tell you how many cars drove by on whatever that date, May 14th, 2023, during the period of time when those signs were posted?
Ooh, same objection. If you can answer that question without relying on things that you and I discussed, you can answer, but otherwise do not answer that question.
So do you expect to have some sort of factual report that constitutes evidence of people reading those signs?
That's a direct work product violation request. I'll assert work privilege as well as attorney-client privilege. If you can answer the question outside of what you discussed, you can answer it. Otherwise, do not.
Well, Mr. Hales, you testified in response to my question about whether you can produce evidence of anybody seeing the signs that, in fact, you intend to produce some sort of data. And I'm trying to understand what that data is. And if you know, is there some sort of bureau of information that has such information that you're availing yourself of?
Same objections.
So you instructed him not to answer whether he's aware of whether there's some sort of source of public information about traffic?
You just rephrased your question 3 times.
All right, I'll rephrase it one more time to avoid your problem with it.
He's not going to reveal any conversation that I've had with experts and data because I haven't decided yet how, what, where, who we're going to use it. When it is decided, you will be given expert disclosure. Did you want to go to lunch? You want to? Yeah, 1. Oh, we're going to 1. Deucey.
You procured, and I have disclosed in opposition to summary judgment motion, the expert report of a handwriting expert, Diane Peterson, right?
Yes.
Excuse me? And had you already determined that Mr. Cook and Miss Preston and/or Miss Preston wrote those signs before Miss Preston was hired and conducted her analysis?
We suspected, we did not know.
And what was their suspicion based on? Based on the character of your clients and what they've done to our lives?
Oh,
What was the suspicion based on?
based on the character of your clients and what they've done to our lives.
And was there any effort to actually, factually determine it, not just assume, because of their character? Did you take any steps to factually determine that my clients wrote the signs?
Yes, I contacted Deputy Weaver of Levy County Sheriff, who then told me that there was nothing that they were going to be able to do, whether it be fingerprinting or anything else, and that I had a very strong defamation case, which then I went to multiple stores, Ace Hardware and Walmart, and asked to get all the video footage and all receipts from individuals buying those particular products that were used for those signs. And were they provided to you? Were those videos and receipts provided to you? No, they were not. Why weren't they? Did somebody explain why they weren't being provided? Objection to form, calls for hearsay. You can answer if you know outside of that. At that time frame, they were not able to provide. So let me understand. You went to local hardware store, local to Otter Creek? Yes. What store? Ace Hardware. And how, if you know, how far is that Ace Hardware? Is it in Otter Creek? No, there's nothing in Otter Creek. And where is it? What town is it located? Chiefland. And how far would that be from your property? 10 minutes. 10 minutes by car? Well, if your client is going to walk it 18 hours both way, which she has attempted to, putting your child's life in danger and her own. Ouch. You can roll your eyes as much as you want. The reality still exists. Yeah, but I'm trying to stay on point here. Okay, you went to Ace Hardware after how long after May 14th when the signs were found did you get to Ace Hardware? I don't recall the exact dates. Did you do it within a week? Did you visit Ace Hardware from that date? No matter how you rephrase this question, I don't recall the exact dates. Okay, what do you recall about this trip to Ace Hardware? I remember going to Ace Hardware and asking, can I get your video footage? Can I get a copy of receipts for these particular products that were purchased? Did you give them the specific dates you wanted those receipts from, like May 14th, May 13th, May 12th? Yes. And whom did you speak with? That I don't recall. Did you ask for a manager? Because that's what I would do. I would be asking for a manager. Tug Raiders, welcome, Tug Raiders. Good to see you. Hey, lurk away, Chris. Lurk away. And it was, I don't recall if it was talking to a manager or not. And was it just one conversation that you asked and they said, sorry, we can't give it to you? I wasn't sorry they can't give it to me. They would have given it to me if it was within a time frame that they can actually go back and get it. But unfortunately, that time frame had already lapsed in their system. I see. So you're saying they have a CCTV, loop, and it kind of erases after a period of time? You sure are putting a lot of words in their mouths. But I mean, I'm familiar with that process. So you're saying that they have footage that would have captured somebody coming in and buying, these products, but that the footage was no longer available by the time you asked them for it. That is correct. But what about the receipts? Those receipts wouldn't have been, disposed of, would they? I just shared with you exactly what you shared with me. In other words, separately from the video footage, they're saying that they also couldn't provide you with the receipts. They could not go back at that time frame and provide video footage or receipts. And I mean, I can understand video, but why would they not be able to provide receipts? I mean, you can go back and provide receipts, from years ago. Why don't you call them and ask them? Okay. So you didn't do anything else to follow up on it. I went to Walmart and did the exact same thing. And how did that go? Was that the same day? No, it was not. Which was the first? Ace or Walmart? Ace Hardware was first. Okay. And then do you remember how long later you went to Walmart? No, I do not. Did you go with anybody? I don't recall that either. So when you went to Walmart, do you remember who you spoke to there? Was it Bob the Builder? Or was it simply just another silly person that wasn't even working there? Do you remember whether it was a cashier, a manager? Why would you ask a follow-up question if I literally just told you I don't recall who I spoke to? Well, because maybe the who was you thinking a person by name, so now I'm trying to get more general and whether you remember, anything about the person you spoke to. Was it a manager? I don't remember the person that I spoke to. Was it a man or a woman? That I don't recall either.
Okay, and what was their response to your request for a video footage? And
It was another dead end.
I'm not done with my questions.
They couldn't provide it.
I'm not done with my question.
Mr. Hales, please wait.
What was their response to your request at Walmart for video footage or receipts of the products that you made the signs?
That they couldn't provide it.
And did they explain why they couldn't provide it?
Foggy in the back of my mind, I think Walmart was of the point that they needed a court order to provide such information, which we did not have at that point in time. And Ace Hardware, just time elapsed. It was no longer in their system.
Okay, now right there's nothing preventing you from subpoenaing Ace or Walmart, whether for video or receipts, right?
Correct.
And if you've taken steps to do that, that would be
Attorney-client privilege.
But you're convinced that the products were bought by my clients, or at least somebody on their behalf, correct?
I'm convinced your client, Lynette Preston, wrote half the signs stating that I'm a child rapist.
And you're convinced that they were purchased either at Ace or Walmart.
I just shared with you what I'm convinced. Your client, Lynette Preston, wrote half the signs stating that I'm a child rapist.
Other than going to Ace and Walmart, do you do anything to identify the handwriting besides it before hiring an expert?
Yes. Individual research.
Go ahead. What did you do?
I looked at her handwriting that she posts publicly on the property. I looked at other individuals' handwriting that was publicly available through public records from everybody in the town, including individuals that actually found them. I analyzed everybody's handwriting to see if there was a match.
So you embarked on your own investigation to identify the writer of the signs, correct?
Correct.
And you did so already sort of believing it was Mr. Cook and Miss Preston, or with an open mind?
I did so with an open mind, and to be frank, I don't believe John Cook wrote those signs. I believe Lynette Preston did, and somebody else.
So what individual? Strike that. Whose handwriting examples were you able to produce in your investigation?
Again, been a long time, lots of information, lots of time has passed, and so I don't recall everybody.
But the strongest one
Right out in front of the property at Turd Purgatory, her own handwriting, Otter Creek Avenue, Amazon, UPS, FedEx box, and Drive North Creek, Otter Creek, 151.
All right.
Glaring right there in everybody's face.
Did you maintain any files or records of, for example, the samples that belonging to certain individuals that you examined?
Objection to form.
Do you understand my question?
Yep.
So did you maintain any files of the,
I don't know.
I'm sorry,
What?
excuse me?
I couldn't hear you, Mr. Hales. I don't louder. Just clear. I'm sorry. I'll go louder. I don't recall whether I've kept any of those sample files.
So you're going to testify here that you investigated this handwriting, including by procuring samples of other people to compare, but that you don't recall whether you have files of that work.
That's not what I said.
Ugh.
You asked if I had and held on to any of those files, and I stated that I don't recall if I held on to any of those files or samples.
So your testimony is you definitely did have those files containing handwriting samples of people, yes?
My testimony is I looked at any available handwriting samples for anybody within the community of Otter Creek. If I could find it, if it was a public record, I looked to try to match to find out who did it. I also publicly stated if anybody had any cameras, Bing, Blink, anything, that if they would share that with us, we did not have anyone come forward with any camera.
Okay, so now, for example, if you were comparing someone's handwriting that you located within the community to see or real line out, what would you do to make that analysis? Would you just look at it and then say nope and move on, or would you take a photograph of it?
Objection, compound question.
Do you understand my question?
Yep. Same objection for the record. You can answer, but it's subject to my objection with the magistrate. I would make a visual comparison and then see if it was actually matching or not. But I'm not please let me finish. I'm not a handwriting expert. So once we found a comparison that matched, We hired a handwriting expert who could actually get into the forensic science of the handwriting. So you say you would do a visual comparison. So you're looking at, some person's handwriting sample and you're looking at the sign to compare, right? The signs. Well, the same way I could do a visual right now. I can look at you and I can look at Randy. Randy doesn't have glasses. You have glasses on. It's just a visual. Randy has a small nose. You have a huge nose. I did the visual. They're both wearing ties. Oh, look, you're both wearing ties and a collared shirt. I can see there's a match there, but he has a jacket. You don't. I'm doing a visual. So if you found a particular individual's handwriting sample and you wanted to then do this visual comparison, would you do anything to preserve the sample other than your memory? So did you? Hold on, that's my doorbell. You take a photograph of the sample. Hold on. Did you hear that ring? That's my doorbell. Hold on. So he steps away. Lucy and Baskins, they could be having all kinds of conversation over there. Sorry about that, counsel. I had another delivery. Go ahead. Could you read back my last question, Lisa? The reporter reads it back. If it's okay with your counsel, sure. Answer, yes. And would you then download the photo onto an electronic file of any sample that you photograph? Can you be clear on your questions, please? You just said yes. You just said yes when I asked you if you would take a photograph of samples of people's handwriting that you were comparing to see if they match the size. Is that accurate? So, for example, you have it in evidence. You have a picture of her handwriting out front of Turd Purgatory. So, yes, there is a picture. It's uploaded, then to the sky into a Dropbox as evidence. Okay, and you're referring to that one particular photograph with the address of her address. I'm aware of that. I'm asking about the other individual's handwriting examples. So did you take any photographs of any other individual handwriting examples? B, honkin' schnoz. Oh, that's right. That's why, Wolfgang. Big honkin' schnoz. You know what? I think we should play the song again. I think we should, because it's so good. And there's some people that probably haven't heard it. Let's do that. Let's switch this thing over here real quickly. Give me just a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and then let's see, stop that screen share there, and add a screen to this one here. Share screen, which will be this one, and then we do transition over this like so, and we'll add it here. And then do this. Give me just a second so I can get this queued up for you. And here we go. The new chicken skins and cigarettes. Just for all you fine people out there that are wondering what I do for fun. Here we go.
No camera on, just a breathing mic. Static wheeze in the midnight fry. Ellie be home, grease in the air. She hits the stream alone, nobody there.
She's running to the chair like it owes her money. Skin on skin, only baloney, sweaty tube chins. Harmonizing with she in hair stands like a leak do with choking on nails. Grease ghost cream to the carpet bow. Every breath smells like sport denial. Keyboard shining, keys one fat from raised type of lies and any through cats. Paper play bros, and poetry crimes. Came folded up like a greasy shrine. She smacks her lips, talks through teeth. Tooth brown slow beneath the grease.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Greasy jaw and no regret.
Crunch out enough to stab a dog.
Smoke thick like a brain they fall.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Even the cricket left in distress. Ashtray overflowing looks like a swamp. Filters crush like Baron Stomp. She flicks one brown, likes another rest about in the mix she's never met.
Oh, brother.
Grease slides wrist to the elbow bend. Shirt stretched in, wipes hands again. Burps mid-sentence, keeps on going. Hate gets louder the less she's known.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Greasy joy and
No rebate.
a dog bows down our hall. Smoke so think the thoughts just stall.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Cricket packed up, said screw this, and left. Catch his breath while climbing stage. Grease is popping out of frame. Yeah, they all lies. Static laugh, she hacks and stays. Grease is stand step beside the mic. Evidence over beers and night. She all just swallows, clears a throat. Them flies off a bullshit quote. Planes with C shows none just sound. Confidence loud, facts drown. She chews, harder is a bullet. She slurps and sucks down the gullet.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Grease and joy.
No regret.
When you hack my clips, audio red. Smoke so dense it kills the thread.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Even the silence sounds upset. Oxygen then weaves between each word. All glums like it's filing a grievance heard. Axe cough slow on bleeds with hands. She wipes them off on her head. Lips smack, cough, swallow, lies. Same sentence, different fry. Room smells like burnt fat and spite. She hacking, coughing through the night.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Grease and joy.
No regret.
I touch it like bone, getting a trash compactor.
Breathe so deep, it needs your lecture. Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Chicky laughing no. Yeah, can't help this play. Chicken skins and cigarettes. Crazy joy and no regret. When you're gone like a dog don't fail. Smoke so big the balls are more. Chicken skins and cigarettes. Don't even this whole get tech to stress. Smoke hangs low where the ceiling cries. Grease still warm, truth still lies. Heartbeat thoughts with the detector. Red lights blame like a bad brain.
Shut up, won't let go.
She tag,
Secret she don't know.
that's drag bars.
Don't forget.
Skill chewing through the grease and mess.
Chicken skins and cigarettes. No regret. No regret. No regrets.
No cap.
Oh yeah. Give me just a second, Megan. Give me just a second. Let me get that taken care of for you really quick. I did a whole cleaning of the mods. I do that once a year. And that's what happens whenever I do the cleaning of the mods. Give me a second and I will find you here. There you are. Why am I in modded? And there we go. And there you are. You are modded. People could impersonate me. No, they couldn't, Megan. With the new changes that they made, they can't impersonate you anymore. As you'll see, it says at Megan Fox Writer. There is only one of you. And there is only one of you. There can only be one of you, Megan. And whenever there's only one of you, well, it is set up that way. But you are a mod now, so that way you can throw that link up there. And that's where I'm going to be sending everybody whenever this ends tonight. Let's see, it's 11:30 right now, so about another half hour. And I'll be sending everybody over to the wonderful Nick Ricada to make sure that everyone sees what is going on there. Why is my stuff acting so weird? Here, let me try that again. And there we go. All right. Customization. Because I want to make sure, and I'll probably watch it whenever it goes live. What time is he going live? I don't see it up there. Is he doing it to members only or something? I can't pretend I'm medium smart. Hey, just Don. That's probably perfect timing. Okay, let me see. Thank you. I will let me pop that out real quick. Give me just a second. And why is that being so difficult? Let me do this. Close that, cancel. Let me do this. Copy link address. All right, give me a second. That way, For whatever reason, it's not showing up on this, but I will find it for you because this is going to be fire. Let's put it that way. There it is. Upcoming. And there we go. Close that save. All right. So I will be forwarding everybody over there 11 p.m. Central. So like 12:15. Yeah, that's perfect. So it's not members only. It's the one about LP's depot. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be where I'm going to send all you fine people tonight as soon as it goes live. Out. It's not members only. That'll be awesome. That's going to be awesome. You know, Megan, I'm going to be harassing you so much in chat tonight. If you're in there, you know I will, because I do it every single time that she's in there. I'm always sitting there throwing things at her, popcorn and stuff like that. She's always, you know, throwing it back at me. Except she dips them in like brass so they hurt. I'm yawning. Coffee time. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be good. If I can stay up. Oh, I'll keep you up, girl. You just hit me up. I'll keep you up all night. she's gonna hate me. Watch over your shoulder for that shizzy. I'm telling you. 45 minutes is gonna be rough. 45 minutes. You want to invite Megan? Here, I'll send you an invite. I'm trying out some new software to get this up working. It's actually pretty good. I'll send it over to you on the X side. And I think I even have your intro on here. I think because I'm not using StreamYards anymore. I got rid of it. I tried using Streamlabs, but it booted my streams right in the middle of a stream like twice, and that was one too many. So I was like, nope, I can't abide with this garbage. And I have since gotten rid of Streamlabs. So this is EV Mux that I'm using now, and it seems to work really good. It does really good with everything. I mean, it's so much better than the other stuff was. And let's see, we're going to move that, drop that screen share, and I can't join it. Oh, that's cool. I got you. No worries at all. And maybe another night will be fun. It'll be an absolute blast. Yeah, can't be well. Do you think I would make you scream? I probably would. I probably would make you scream. Just like, shut up, Shizzy. How will you wake him up? You probably would. Probably would. I tend to get Megan laughing sometimes. Usually she's I'm pretty good at being quiet and laughing inside. Yeah, that is true. She is pretty good at laughing and keeping it all bottled up. She's really good at keeping it all bottled up. All right, let's go back to this here. We'll pull that up. And no, wrong one. There we go. See, I can sometimes run a stream and drop that banner back off of there. We can hide that banner. Send your doppelganger, Megan. I think Ricada will be on fire. Oh, once he starts watching this, you know, I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say about, you know, even with the way that Randy's handling it. I could be it. I could be. That's funny. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling he might not understand all that's, well, actually, no, I take that back. I'm pretty sure he understands a little bit of what's going on, and he's probably seen some of it. But hearing his unbiased viewpoint of it and the way things were handled, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be amazing. I love it. All right. Says, I am asking about another individual. Let's see. I'm sure I did. Okay. We're down to, yeah, he's gonna get so addicted. Yeah. It's you did this to him, Megan, and I agree with him. I would blame you for every damn bit of it. I would blame you for every damn bit of it. You caused this. Actually, I think it was Volpe that caused this problem. Volpe is the one that did it. Yeah, Volpe is the one that did it. He caused it. Just Don says, Heather May, when I went for my checkup last Thursday, I didn't find a fracture. We found 30 to 40 different x-ray views. Make a difference, I guess. Is Levy beating on you again? I told him to stop doing that. He's never listened to me. Answer. Okay. So the question was, okay, and you're referring to that one particular photograph with the address of her address. I'm aware of that. I'm asking about the other individual handwriting examples. So did you take any photographs of any other individual's handwriting samples? Answer, I'm sure I did. But at the same time, the aspect of it doesn't match why would I hold on to it, then I don't know if I did hold on to it. This has been going on for years now that they've been terrorizing us. So the aspect of it, I was to look at one and go, oh, does this match? Nope, I'm going to delete it. The same way that I look at messages, for example. If you were to send me a message, I would look at it and I would laugh and I would delete it and I would go, this is irrelevant. This is ridiculous. It's gone. I don't need that in my life. What I need is the matching. So whether I have anything else or any other samples is irrelevant. What I have is samples, public records of Lynette Preston's handwriting. We've got photos of her handwriting on the property. We've got photos of the handwriting of the signs. Anything else is irrelevant if it doesn't match. But at this point in time, you hadn't retained the expert, right? I literally have no idea what you're asking right now in regards to a timeline. You're not at the point clear, concise. At the point in time, you were conducting your own investigation by locating individuals' handwriting samples to compare to the signs. Had you not retained your expert? Am I correct? Again, I'm very unclear question. You said, so if I'm misunderstanding you correct, if a year ago you're looking at samples and comparing, but a year later you're still looking at samples and comparing, and you find the sample, obviously I was comparing samples when Lynette was running to the courthouse in Levy County and writing my name over and writing over and over again in every affidavit. And every special supplemental affidavit writing Jeremy Hales. Then when there's a match, I hired the handwriting expert. So I hired the handwriting expert as I was finding the matches and analyzing it. Okay. So I don't want to talk all about the match. I don't want to talk about Miss Preston's handwriting sample or the sign that she wrote for her address on her property, of anything she filed in court which contains her handwriting. I want to ask you about anybody else's handwriting samples that you analyzed and compared to signs too. Are there other handwriting samples that you looked at and ruled out as matches? I've already answered that question multiple times. And the answer was yes, right? So you did understand. So with respect to those handwriting samples, not Miss Preston's, but anybody else's that you compared to the signs, to see if they match, it didn't match. Did you take any photographs and preserve them? Or did you testify that you deleted any such photographs? I testified that I don't know. I don't recall. Okay. Now, before you hired the expert and before you became certain that the handwriting of my client matched the signs, it was possible that there were other individuals responsible for the signs, correct? There are two people responsible for the writing on the signs, one of them being Lynette Preston, the other one not being identified as of yet. No, it is possible for other people to be responsible because the only people responsible for the consequences of what's written on the signs are the people who actually wrote the signs. That would be common sense. All right, we're almost ready to take a break. But I'm just trying to understand how many different individuals' handwriting did you procure or locate so you can compare it to the signs? I don't remember. Did you find individuals' handwriting samples in particular? Form like land records, for example? I don't recall where I found it all.
Did you ask anybody, hey, may I see a sample of your handwriting?
No.
No, but you didn't say, may I just voluntarily have your handwriting so I can roll you out?
No.
Are you aware of anybody who even knows of the signs that existed other than Sam Paget, the Grangers, Deanna West, yourself, Martha George? Where's that? Check that. Other than those people, does anybody to your knowledge know of the signs by any other than you having broadcast them on YouTube?
Yeah, you've been part of live streams of them being broadcasted on YouTube on Two Lees in a Pod. You literally have been part of it broadcasting the production of the signs, showing the signs, and then making a mockery out of it with fake handwriting expert making fake analyses, accusing me of actually writing them. What a joke.
Okay, now, but it's not your testimony that the two leads were showing the signs so they can propagate that the statements in them were true about you, right?
That's not.
What your testing is fine too, right?
You trying to put words in my mouth now? Can you ask a clear question? How are you a lawyer not able to ask a clear question?
Are you testifying that the two leads were showing the signs so that they were saying to the audience, these are true, these statements are true?
Objection to form calls for speculation, and you can answer subject to my objection with the magistrate.
So you don't.
As to what two Lees and this moron were out to defame me and run their anti-what-the-hell's ecosystem defamation campaign.
Is it your testimony that the two leads told their audience that you're a child rapist and raped their daughter, Michelle Preston's daughter?
My testimony that they have continued to defame me as well as you.
And it's your testimony that, well, are you aware of anybody who became aware of those signs and statements on them other than Sam, the Grangers, Deanna West, yourself, Martha George West?
Objection asked and answered.
I haven't finished the question.
Okay.
Are you aware of anyone who became aware of those signs from any other source than your YouTube videos?
Yes, I've already shared. Who? Other YouTube videos. Two Lees. There's one.
Any others?
Milltown's Best.
Any others?
I'm sure there are others out there. There are plenty right now with your anti-what-the-hell's ecosystem.
And what about Megan Fox? What about her? It's all Megan Fox. What about her? Tell me. Did she do it? She ever show the signs on her YouTube channel?
I don't know.
What about that umbrella guy? Did he ever show it on his YouTube channel?
I do not know.
Okay. So who of all the channels on which those signs were shown, to your knowledge, was the first? Which was the earliest?
Again, I do not know.
Well, we made a list of 3 channels that you claim to know for sure showed those signs. Yours, Two Lees, and Milltown's Best, right?
I think you made a much larger list than that and asked me questions on it.
But you confirmed that those signs in these 3 channels that they showed, that they know, that you know showed these signs, these road signs.
No, I'm not confirming that.
Here a minute ago, you were saying Two Lees.
I openly shared that there are many other channels out there that have shown it as well, that I don't even know how far it's gone. But it all seems to core in Otter Creek with your client, Lynette Preston, and whoever else wrote the other half of the signs. And then other channels latching on under direction and control of individuals such as yourself, creating an anti-what-the-hell's ecosystem with a negative PR against damaging me, my business, my life, my relationships.
Okay, so my question is,
No, I don't know how many. As a matter of fact, it's spun out of control and what people believe. I can't answer that question either because I can't tell you what you believe, even though I know you believe that she wrote them.
so are you aware of any YouTube channel that broadcasted any information, including images of the signs, before you did on your channel?
I am unaware.
Are you aware of any YouTube channel that, in connection with showing the signs or discussing the signs, indicated that they believe the accusations contained on them?
I am unaware, but I am aware that you've been on with Two Lees in a Pod, indicating that I actually wrote those things about myself, trying to tell people that I wrote them about myself. So I don't know what's more hideous, the aspect that somebody else wrote them or somebody weird. Somebody coming in and saying, well, Jeremy wrote this about himself and then post it. Both of them are gross. Both of them are sick. And the consequences for those individuals, including yourself, will be fought out in the court of law. Attorney Shockett, counsel, are you aware that you stated on the record that we'd be breaking at lunch at 1? Yeah, I noticed we're going to break. And now it's 1:05. Are you aware of that? Yeah, so we'll take a break now. And why don't we resume at 1:50? Would that be okay with everybody? 1:50, yep. 5:00, right. That's 45 minutes. Bye. And we are going to also break here. I just have to write down the page numbers so I don't forget, because my memory sucks. I think it's that getting old thing. 150. Okay, 159. Ooh, man, that's a lot of reading tonight. Are we going to have to get Libby after you, girl? Take care of yourself. No, don't you be harassing Libby and just Dawn. We will put a hurting on all of you if that happens. We ain't prying with them folks. We don't hurt them nuns. Oh my gosh, crazy stuff. I remember reading this way back, and I didn't realize how bad it had gotten with Ducey and them going, brain farts increase with age. I don't know, man. I've been getting letters from AARP since before I was 40. It's like, man, you know how hard this is to do by yourself. But I also get like quite a bit of the information. Like if my reading is not as fast as my brain goes whenever I'm reading things, so it makes it a little more difficult. But man, this is some crazy shit. I'm just surprised. I am absolutely surprised that it wasn't, man, that's crazy. Oh, wow. So crazy. Let me see what we've got going on in chat. Did anybody send any super tips? Oh, if Megan's still listening, you gotta check this out. I've got the super tips happening now. It is so cool. I'm enjoying it so much. And just Dawn was so cool. She sent one over that sent this one. You'll love this. Why is it not working? Here we go. Oh, I know why it's not working. I have to go to this right here for it to work. So it looks a little bit differently, but it'll work here.
I'm so crazy. You just know I have the micro S of all micro P's.
And then of course you have this one right here.
Hey, if you have not subscribed, then now is the time. Do it.
What?
Right.
I am too good to send money. Give me a banana or a spanking. Your choice.
Please, someone just put me out of my misery. Please, I can't take it.
I am thinking, oh, hell nah. Yamaha, you had better run.
Don't worry. He just needs a good rub down. Come to me, Yamaha. I need you. I want you to want me. Gang, gang.
Yes. She's like, that is the best $5 I ever spent. I love it. Yes, the super tips are pinned up to the top of the chat there. It's always fun. You don't have to do it tonight because I probably won't get to it. And unless it just all of a sudden came jumping in at the last minute. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you for the gifted memberships. That's wonderful. And I do appreciate everything that you do to support the channel. It really keeps it going. I could have done it without hearing her voice. What? That's monkey butts. You've heard monkey butts before. See, I've got a whole thing for you. I really do. It is absolutely one of the most wonderful things. Let me show you some of the cool stuff that I have in here. I have this one. Where is it? right here. It is this? No, that's not it either. Damn, I don't have it uploaded on this. That means I have to actually go and find it. Man, what is wrong with me? Well, I'm going to have to upload this. I've got to do a correction on it and fix the video portion of it, because for whatever reason, this doesn't like certain things to be shown. It says, no, we're not going to show that. So I've got to go and change something to be able to upload it in here. And it's right here. There it is. Right here. And open it. Here we go. And this is absolutely one of the best disclaimers you've ever seen.
Everything shown on this stream is either publicly available material, content that was previously posted by the original source, or my own protected commentary and opinion. Any documents, screenshots, or excerpts are redacted and displayed in compliance with YouTube's community guidelines.
This stream is for documentation, criticism, analysis, and public discussion. It is most explicitly not for harassment, not exploitation, and not arousal. I did not hack anything, intercept anything, steal anything, or sneak around like a raccoon in a dumpster. Everything here was lawfully obtained or sourced with consent.
This is also not cyberstalking for the mental midgets out there, meaning repeated targeted behavior toward a specific person, and that would cause a reasonable person substantial emotional distress and serves no legitimate purpose. Commentary, criticism, documentation, and discussion of public material with a legitimate purpose do not meet that standard, no matter how pissed off it makes you.
Being offended isn't a cause of action. Being uncomfortable isn't a crime. Making bad choices and then being shocked by the results is a personal journey, not a legal violation. Hurt feelings aren't illegal. Embarrassment isn't illegal. Consequences are not harassment. And your own behavior making you look bad because of your own choices is tragically 100% legal. Deal with it.
Hey, don't know the difference between a fact and an opinion, and you're already rage typing in all caps. This may not be the stream for you. And if any of this is genuinely making you spiral and you are in the need of a voice on the other end, pick up the phone. In the US, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline for immediate support. Viewer discretion is advised.
I love it. I love it. See, I enjoy having a little bit of fun out there. I don't like some of them. Ready for a dose of Yamaha's reading an open letter? His voice is infectious. Well, Ronnie, we will have to get an open letter. But see, the thing is there's nothing happening in court. Nobody's filing anything. It's just a bunch of stupid people running around attacking each other right now on different streams, and it's sort of comical watching the Anti-Hale's ecosystem eat themselves up, which they've been doing like gloriously. It's wonderful. Love that. Well, thank you, Alfie. I appreciate it. No, I mean it's interesting to see how fast a channel, and this is why whenever I started this going over the Hales, there was people that wanted to come in and they wanted to sort of like start crap that I said, no, I'm not doing that here. I'd appreciate if you took that kind of stuff elsewhere. I don't find that enjoyable, because I know where it leads. Whenever you get a group of people together that are constantly having to screenshot messages because they're going to use it against them later and things like that, it doesn't appeal to me. It's sort of a bit of a turn off, as far as streaming goes. And that's one of the things where I'm like, and I think, the person I'm going to send you guys over to, Nick, tonight, he was one that really was instrumental in a lot of the things that he said, as far as if you're putting together this whole law tube thing, the where you're just constantly, having to say bad things about somebody else to make yourself look better, it does nothing but hurt you as a channel. And I really took that to heart. I mean, he's pretty wise. He's done some really dumb shit. No doubt. He's done some really dumb shit, but those words sort of stuck with me of, if you're out there, trying to destroy somebody else's channel, it hurts everybody in that scene. Because it doesn't make you look good. If you're out there trying to take someone's channel down, it just, wow, how does that help anybody? But that sort of stuck with me through the past 3 years I've been doing this. Oh, don't you worry, Heather May. People see that link. Yeah, they'll see the link. And Yamaha's good people. I mean, it's he's he's not a nightly streamer. You have to remember that about Yamaha. He does his own thing, and he's always kind enough to spare his time whenever he's able to. And there's never anything expected, that he is required to. As much as I love to have him around, he's got a family and a life and things to do outside of this. But yeah, it is good advice. No, Nick has given some really good advice throughout his, I don't know how many years he's been doing the streaming thing, but he's been doing it quite some time, and I cannot wait to see it tonight, what he has to say about all the shenanigans he sees. But he has some great stories over there. And it will catch everyone's attention. You don't have to agree with somebody on every single thing, but just you need to pay Mr. Biker more. I do. It's because he keeps leaving bags of crap on my front porch. I keep having to light him up, and he's always picking the buckshot out. Well, salt rock salt. Yeah, that's what he tells you. He's got buns of steel, the lady. He's got total buns of steel, so you got to be careful of him. Oh, you know what? I do have something that I can show you guys tonight, and I think I have it. It's pretty good, and it is not what I'm going to end the night on, but I'm going to show you this, and then I will end in my usual fashion. So here we go. Enjoy. It is right here.
Saddle up, yeah, I know you will ride.
When daddy comes,
You start to grind, coming down, get it on at Shizzywhiznut shack. It's more than you can handle. Arch that back, don't come too soon. Do you feel wet?
got you dripping in a puddle of sweat.
Ladies, I'm not dizzy from pacing. You got my heart racing. That umbrella got truth heavy and brazen. You can't keep up, then grab the real tight. He is the rain on your thunder at night. Ride it down, ride till rogue forgets. Nails down your spine, gave you the sweats. Key in the slot, hip sensor with a knock. Open that door and let your body talk.
Saddle up,
Yeah, I know you will ride.
when daddy comes,
You start to grind, coming down, get it on. That shit in the shack. It's more than you can handle. Arch that back, don't come too soon. Do you feel wet?
got you dripping in a puddle of sweat.
Jay brings snacks, he'll butter that bun. Count your moans till the work is done. Can't keep up, then fall into time. Every breath while you climb that line. Shizzywhiznut shack, open late for fun. Stamp on your car just to get it on. More than you can handle, read the fine print. Sweat fogs the glass like a limousine tent. Yeah, I know you will ride.
When daddy comes,
You'll start to grind. Calm it down, get it on. That Shizzywhiznut shack. It's more than you can handle. Arch that back, don't come too soon. Do you feel wet?
got you dripping
us in. One hand steady, let him begin. Ride on top if you can't keep pace. When he revs up, you'll melt into place. Stroke after stroke, your motor hums. He will go, go, go till you're numb. Ride and grind, a midnight vow. Say again, he'll show you how. Rosalind slides in, pearls twirl on the dial. Rogue mama posts up, mile after mile. Megan will flirt, hot like a flame. Star is screaming out my name. Nutsack open, don't quit. Oh shit, more than you can handle, get on it.
Saddle up.
Yeah, I know you will ride.
When daddy comes,
You start to grind, come it down, get it on it. Shizzywhiznut shack, it's more than you can handle. Arch that back, don't come too soon. Do you feel wet?
got you dripping in a puddle of sweat.
The girls are breathless, knees jelly, hair all a mess. Come to Shizzywhiznut shack, no need to undress. Heart sprinting on momentum, gonna get checked. Come again for another so I can leave you beautifully red.
Got you dripping in a puddle of sweat.
I love that song. It is so awesome. And the one that I was responded to on that is just as awesome. I will tell you, it was really good. Rogue Mama and Star and all of them did a really good job of putting that together. That the lamest pillow fight I've ever seen. Well, it was really hard to get them to fight with pillows because they don't like to. The AI doesn't like to have fighting for whatever reason. It's ridiculous and it's aggravating. Always pick the red edge. Pick the red edge. Well, you do what you can. Do what you can. Everybody have a wonderful night. I'll see you over there on Nix. And remember, hit the like button on your way out or hit the dislike button, whichever suits your purpose. Thank you very much for coming by, and I will see you guys later. Peace.
Thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me Papa Nut, call me the GOAT. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Bathe in my glow, you're so unclean. Your shade like a breeze, it's barely a draft. I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live, 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 live. Call me daddy, daddy, daddy. Yeah, shout it loud. You're a mental midget while I stand proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, headline act. Your background noise and the sister fact. Call me daddy, daddy. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. You don't know why. But here you are barking while I touch the sky. While I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate, watch my stream every damn night. That's why, kiddos, I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, daddy, daddy. Sending your bread. I'm living rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you wanna complain. Call me daddy, daddy. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry that I break your streak. You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there and you're trying to chase cloud, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids and I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm rent free your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, let's set the bar. I'm bigger than life, you're a burned out star. Call me daddy, embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just a troll. So here's your bedtime story, kids, sweet and snug. Shizzy daddies forever. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental king. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same thing. Call me daddy. Yeah, own it now. I'm rent for your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy daddy, let's set the bar. I'm bigger than life, you're a burned out star. Call me daddy. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old raggedy ass burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental king. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.